Hold up. Restart.
Bro, you do our names and then say part 2.
No. I was introducing it, and then we were gonna all say our names.
No, because
don't look at me like I'm a moron. Go.
No, I think it's better. I do the intro. You do the thing. They say the names, and you say this is gonna be part 2 of blah blah blah.
Okay, whatever. Go.
I like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Deck Podcast,
where we talk about everything philosophical.
We have Dane and Emily.
And Caitlin and Katahdin.
Alrighty, y'all. We have some fun stuff today. We are talking about prisons and the abolition of these structures and these things in our society that are a little, controversial. So let's do a little. Oh, sorry. This is part 2. Because we talked about other people's views in the part 1, but now it's time for ours. This is the fun part, right? Okay. Yeah. So let's do let's just take a poll real quick and give a yes or no answer. Should we abolish prisons?
Yay or nay? Okay.
Yay or nay, Dan.
Should we abolish prisons? Nay.
All right.
I say no.
Wow. 2 no's.
I also say no.
I say yes.
Just kidding. You're entitled to your own opinion. Okay. I guess let's all explain why. Mr. Yes, do you want to start, or do you want us all to say no first?
I'll start.
Okay. Hit it.
It's not a full yes, actually. So maybe.
So it's a no.
So maybe it is a no. But it's a yes, no, maybe.
Okay. So you're on the same page that I am. Where no, we keep them, but we change them.
Yes,
right.
That's
no,
what I was
we
thinking
add.
too.
We add. So what we do is we reduce, because there's so many.
That's taking
what? You add to reduce.
You're changing it. You're changing other aspects. Right. You're changing. No. Well, no. I mean, I still feel like there would be a purpose. And Caitlin's making fun of my gesticulation. I need my hands, guys.
Dude,
we need
words.
A video.
Oh. Speaking of big words.
Guys, we're getting off topic.
No, just real quick, because this is relevant to today's class. Where we said, what was it? We said want a lot.
It was
want a lot. No, we said want a ton.
Oh,
yeah. And so, you know what somatic satiation is?
Clue me in.
Yes.
Okay, so somatic satiation is that thing you get when you say or hear or read a word so many times that it just loses all meaning, right? And you forget to spell it and stuff.
Like you did today with want.
Yeah, I forgot how to spell want because I was saying and writing the word want so much that it just became like a jumble of letters. I forgot how to sell it, how to say it, how to spell it. I forgot everything, dude. I was freaking out.
When you forget to sell a word, I mean, how to sell a word, you're lost.
No, but you've had that happen, right? Somatic satiation. Where
I don't think so.
Where they lose all meaning.
You've never had that happen before?
My thing is tomorrow. Like the word tomorrow. I don't know what it is about it. I can't spell it.
Well, that's kind of hard to spell.
That's a different problem.
So I think prisons.
Moving on.
I think there should be other methods for quarantining people or detaining people, possibly people that are unstable and that maybe are a risk to society. I feel like there are much better ways we can go about quote unquote protecting others or protecting them from hurting themselves and hurting other people than just throwing them in a prison. I feel like there are great rehabilitation centers that, Dane, I'm getting to you. You are on the docket. I think there should be, these rehabilitation centers where it's not that you are being chastised and thrown into jail and stuck with people who are not going to be, helping you work with yourself, and instead not thrown in somewhere, but put in a place where you can recover. Dane?
Well, I just noticed how you said quarantine right there. Would you like to go over the example given from the podcast we listened to about how he compared disease and
right.
And what was it? Crime and disease?
Yeah, who was that?
It was crime and disease.
I forgot his name, bro. We could check. Let's see.
All right, you check on that. Yeah, so anyways, we listened to the podcast. What was the name of the podcast?
Dude, I'm like Jamie from Joe Rogan.
Justice and Retribution.
Yeah.
By
wait, let me find it. It was for Monday.
What was the who put it on? What podcast?
Hi-Fi Nation.
Hi-Fi Nation, right? So in the podcast, this one philosopher, I believe, gave a great analogy between the health care system, sort of the health, the discipline of.
It's Barry Lamb, who's the
medical
I think that's
area.
his name.
And between that and then
It's
the
very
prison
lame.
system and crime. And so when somebody has a sickness, right, we can treat them, we can, at the most extreme, we can quarantine them, but it's not like we're banishing them from society, right? And there's also a lot of preventative measures that, what was his name?
Barry Lamb.
Thank
I'm
you.
pretty sure, right?
There are a lot of preventative measures that these medical personnel and associations are put in place to prevent things like this from happening. Whereas with crime and those sorts of things, there's not very much preventative measures put in place. And so he was saying, what if we quarantine people instead of stick them in jail when they do something bad? Like, and I mean, there's hard duty crimes, and then there's a lot of lesser crimes that people are thrown in jail for that I think could be otherwise dealt with better.
Mm-hmm. Well, and Dane just pulled up the quote from the podcast where it says, "The analogy between disease and crime is almost perfect. We do not treat the people who spread the disease as being at fault or deserving of punishment. Rather, we're supposed to use the government's resources to prevent a spread. And when that system fails, we use quarantine or shelter in place in ways that are not punitive? Yeah.
Punitive.
And so, like, that just goes back to what Katahdin was saying.
Like prioritizing,
yeah.
like fixing the behavior over punishing the behavior.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because, like, if people are just sitting there in a cell, people aren't going to learn from their mistakes.
They're just going to be more, they're going to have more negative feelings towards authority figures because it kind of, I don't know, it just,
yeah.
It
Yeah. Go ahead.
creates a negative relationship with law enforcement and like dealing with criminal behavior, because like if you treat them as people, they're more likely to treat others like that. Like I was watching a documentary about a school in Walla Walla, and they have a lot of kids that have like, they grew up in really, really, really rough households. And so they like were the kids that did like bad in school, and they were treated like that. And so then they acted out like that. So if you treat someone like how you think they're going to act, why wouldn't they act like that?